Well, let's just stop and watch it and see if it
no,
works.
It is. It's going right now. I promise. Just go look. Go look at it.
Oh
It's
my
going.
god.
I heard her say it. It's going.
Oh, it is going.
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
All right. Hi. Welcome to the Big Boy Hall of Fame. From now on, when you come over to our house, there'll be one wing of our house, an entire wing
Our mansion.
dedicated to world-class
Big boy.
historical big boys. Now you may be asking yourself, how did I get here? What is that? That was my. I couldn't think of the lyrics. You know that Talking Heads song? You made a full wife? No. You may be asking yourself, what is a big boy? And so.
How does one get defined as a big boy?
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of say that that Supreme Court decision on obscenity, where the judge was like, "I'll know it when I see it." That's kind of how I feel about big boys, but they have to be big. Number one, they have to be big. What do you?
So in my brain, a big boy takes up space both physically and like with character.
That's perfect.
To me, that's a big boy.
That's what I couldn't have.
It doesn't have to be like, oh, let's eat a lot of food all the time. You're so fat.
And
No.
it's not a mean thing.
No, it's not a mean thing. We're not body shaming anybody.
We're body appreciating. We're appreciating their space that they take up. And if they have a supreme hunger for food, that usually helps.
That's just an added bonus.
And if they make me smile, usually big boys have to make me smile. A perfect example, runner-up, maybe in the future he'll make Big Boy Hall of Fame.
Don't talk about him now.
No, because he's not there yet. He can't be in. Big Al, who hits dingers from Little League World Series.
Oh my God, that's a throwback. I'm like, I don't know.
If you don't know the clip, look it up.
Big
Al. He's the catcher.
He's a child.
And he hits dingers, and he said that one time, and it was real funny. So
it's a deep cut.
Yeah.
It's a deep cut.
He's not there yet. Maybe in the future if he makes the majors he's in.
Oh.
So we're going to start with the first inductee. In my opinion, it's the Babe Ruth of big boys. He has to be the first one. And we don't have a printer, so we had to draw.
We're going to draw them.
And I think I did a pretty good job at this.
You did. It's beautiful.
So,
it's beautiful.
Winnie the Pooh. Classic big boy. In the picture, as you can see,
your hand's in the way.
The jar is out of honey, but he's still trying to get honey out of there, which is just a classic big boy move. Why? There's no honey in there, buddy. But he's still trying. He really wants to eat the honey. He'll do anything for honey, which always makes me laugh. He's a good friend, Also, if you note, his shirt doesn't really fit, and you get to, he's showing off the pouch a little bit, which I also super enjoy. So, I love the one time when he dresses up as a cloud to try and pretend.
I'm just a
and he floats up to the beehive, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a cloud, not I'm a bear. Can I have some honey?" I mean, it goes predictably bad.
Those are actually the exact lyrics to the song that he sings. I'm just a cloud, I'm not a bear, give me some honey. Up to the honey tree. That's so I love that. I also love one time him and Piglet were trying to get honey, and they're on a teeter-totter thing, and the beehive is way up, so Pooh was gonna jump on it so that Piglet could grab the beehive and bring it down. But he's a big boy, so he jumped too hard, and Piglet got caught in the beehive, which was really funny. If we're talking about Pooh house, the hole, the rabbit hole, and it was just someone drew a face on his butt.
Yes, because it was they were trying to make it a frame. It was Tigger, and it was really a good idea.
Frame. And he was just so sad, and he was inside Rabbit's house.
But it did it for a second, discourage him from eating honey.
No.
If you had a jar of honey while he's stuck in that hole, he would have eaten it.
He
would have eaten it right away.
No hesitation.
Yeah. So that's, that's what I love about him. Number one induction, gotta be Winnie the Pooh. I don't know. Chelsea's pick, I think, is controversial because she didn't tell me about it.
It's gonna be polarizing.
And she drew it in another room, so I couldn't see.
Well, I wanted to keep it a secret because I knew there was gonna be a lot of this. And no.
I don't do that kind of stuff.
No, you don't. You're very accepting of all kinds. Don't look at it.
Why do we have to look at it now?
I have to make sure it's facing the right way. Okay, so my inaugural Big Boy, and I've got reasons, and you don't have to. Do you know who that is?
Yes, I do. It's Steven Universe.
So Steven Universe.
I don't disagree with this.
Okay, but my inaugural one, because he's literally made up of a giant woman.
Oh, yeah.
His mom is a giant woman, so he's big. His shirt also doesn't fit. He's always showing off the belly goods.
Yep, he is.
He loves him some donuts, which I can appreciate.
And the bits.
And the bits.
He loves the fried bits.
And the chaps.
And the chaps. So, and Cookie Cat. The ice cream.
I know. That's why I got everything in here.
Yeah.
I also
For those of you who don't know Steven Universe, he frequently goes to a shop that just sells fries, and he just wants the deep fried ends of fries.
Like the crumbs that are left after you've taken out the actual fries.
My contention with Steven is that is he inaugural first ballot Big Boy?
Yes.
You have to make your case because he's not as food crazy. He is pretty food crazy.
But see, that's not what I said. My definition of Big Boy was not that. I knew that I would have to include food for you to accept him.
Okay.
But I don't think he's food crazy. I do appreciate that a lot of episodes center around food.
Yeah, he makes really cool waffle stacks with like whipped cream and popcorn.
And the mac and cheese. He loves pizza. Like all of it. But his character just is I think the biggest character in that. He has a lot of, I think, Matt Meek's reactions to things where he's just loud and yelling about them.
Yeah.
The smallest things. I touched on the belly. The belly is key. He's taking up space. He's like a husky boy. He's not like a big boy.
He is a husky.
So he's big boned. He's a husky boy. I'm here for him.
He's not fit. Yeah, I'm into it.
He had that gym. They made a gym on the beach that one time, and he did terrible. Which I can empathize.
Yeah, he doesn't like to run.
Same.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good.
That's my inaugural one because I have an emotional connection to Steven.
Yeah. So once a week, probably maybe on Thursdays, Big Boy Thursdays.
BBT.
We'll come back with our Hall of Fame picks for Big Boys. There's a lot more. I have a lot more in the brain.
We've been talking about... Oh, God. We've been, constructing a list for over a year.
And I'm going to be like that shitty baseball Hall of Fame voter who's like, Babe Ruth didn't get in on the first ballot. How can the thing get in? You know, like the orange thing? He's probably getting in pretty soon. But anyways,
Don't tell him, but he's probably going to be in.
But I'm going to be like that guy with the Big Boy Hall of Fame. I got strict principles here. And I'm not going to fucking compromise them for anybody. So, that's all I have to say about that. But stay tuned. There'll be more Big Boys to come. Okay. Bye. How do we stop it?
I don't know. Push the button on top. Push the volume button. Nope, on the top of the phone. On the top of the phone. Just push the volume button. The volume.
I'm trying.
The lid, Patrick! The lid! Patrick's another one.